Every word you say to your baby is shaping their brain literally. In the first few years of life, over 1 million neural connections form every single second. The language babies hear, the tone of our voice, and the emotional safety behind our words either strengthen or weaken these connections. Research, including studies from Harvard Medical School, shows that chronic verbal abuse, criticism, and even seemingly benign phrases can negatively impact a child's developing brain pathways and emotional regulation. So in this video, we'll uncover 12 common phrases that can harm your baby's brain development, and what to say instead to build emotional intelligence, trust, and resilience. Don't forget to subscribe to The Flourishing Parent for more science-backed parenting guidance every week.
Now,
let's get started. 1. You shouldn't feel that way. When we tell a child not to feel what they feel, we're teaching them to doubt their own inner world. Babies depend on us to interpret sensations, hunger, tiredness, discomfort, and labeling feelings helps them develop interoception, the brain's ability to understand internal signals. If we dismiss those emotions, they learn to ignore their body's cues. Later in life, that can lead to poor emotional awareness or difficulty regulating feelings. Try saying instead, "It's okay to feel sad. I know this is hard." This validates the feeling while still guiding them through it. Validation doesn't spoil a child. It builds a secure nervous system. 2. Calm down or stop being dramatic. This is one phrase that invalidates your child's big feelings. A child having a tantrum is in a state of stress. Telling them to calm down doesn't teach them how. Instead, try, "I can see you are angry. Let's take 3 deep breaths together." By doing this, you co-regulate with them. You're a safe harbor, and you teach them concrete, calming skills, a key part of emotional intelligence. 3. Don't be a crybaby. This phrase might seem harmless, but labeling a child for expressing emotion creates shame. Shame activates the same brain regions as physical pain. When children feel shamed, their brain shifts from learning mode to protection mode, flooding with cortisol, cutting off the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for logic, empathy, and creativity. Instead of scolding for crying, see emotion as communication. Say, "You're sad right now, and that's okay. Let's calm down together." This teaches self-regulation through connection, the foundation of emotional intelligence. 4. You're being difficult. When you label a baby or toddler as difficult, you shift focus from behavior to identity. The child doesn't think, "I'm acting difficult." They think, "I am difficult." This kind of negative labeling wires the brain for shame and low self-worth. During meltdowns or fussing, try to separate the behavior from the child. Say, "This is a tough moment. Let's figure it out together." This keeps your tone empathetic while helping them develop the brain circuits for problem-solving and emotional control. Over time, children who feel seen rather than judged become more cooperative and confident. 5. Just let me do that for you. While it's faster for us, constantly stepping in extinguishes your child's "I can do it" spark. You are subtly telling them, "I don't think you're capable." Instead, try, "This is tricky. Let's try one more step together. You can do it." By doing this, you foster perseverance and independence, which builds critical problem-solving pathways in the brain. 6. Why can't you be more like? Comparing them with sibling or friend. Comparison is a confidence killer. A child's developing self-worth is being chipped away when they hear this. They hear, "You are not good enough as you are." Instead, try focusing on their effort. "You worked so hard to put those blocks together. I'm so proud of how you keep trying." You encourage their individuality and their sense of internal motivation when you do this. 7. Stop crying. You'll be fine. When your baby cries, it's not manipulation, it's communication. Crying is a baby's way of saying, "I'm overwhelmed. I need you." When we say, "Stop crying," even gently, The baby's brain receives the message that their emotions are inconvenient or unimportant. Repeated over time, this response wires the stress system to stay on high alert. The baby may begin to self-suppress emotions instead of learning to calm down through connection. When a baby or toddler cries, their brain is flooded with emotion they don't know how to process. Dismissing it teaches them to suppress their emotions, which can impede their emotional development and sense of trust. Instead, a better response is to get close, make eye contact, and say, "I see you're upset. I'm here." That simple reassurance lowers cortisol levels, strengthens attachment, and teaches that emotions are safe. You validate their feeling while teaching them to name the emotion. This helps build a secure attachment and healthy emotional processing. 8. Hush. Be quiet. Your baby's sounds, coos, babbles, squeals are not noise. They're the building blocks of language. Every time you respond to a baby's vocalization, their brain forms stronger synaptic pathways in the language centers, Broca's and Wernicke's areas. Shushing a baby who's babbling can unintentionally discourage vocal exploration. If they're crying, acknowledge it with a calm tone. "You're telling me something? Let's see what you need." This way, they learn that communication works. 9. You're too sensitive. Some babies notice everything: lights, sounds, facial expressions. That's not weakness. It's a sign of a finely tuned nervous system. When we say you're too sensitive, we're teaching them to distrust their perception and repress emotion. Highly sensitive babies often grow into deeply empathetic, creative children, but only if their sensitivity is supported, not shamed. Instead, say, "You noticed that sound. It surprised you, didn't it?" This acknowledges awareness and teaches labeling instead of suppression. A supported, sensitive child learns to regulate emotions. An invalidated one learns to hide them. 10. Because I said so. Even though babies don't understand full logic, they do start learning cause and effect early. When you refuse to explain your reasoning, it blocks the brain's natural curiosity. Babies who are given explanations, even simple ones, develop stronger prefrontal pathways for reasoning and self-control. Instead of "because I said so," try "it's bedtime so your brain can rest and grow." These simple cause-based explanations give meaning to boundaries. The more consistent and explained your routines are, the more secure your baby feels, and secure brains learn better. 11. You're being naughty on purpose. Babies and toddlers don't have the brain maturity to plan misbehavior. When you accuse them of being naughty intentionally, it triggers shame, not learning. Their prefrontal cortex, which controls impulse and reasoning, won't be fully developed for years. Most bad behavior is communication, hunger, fatigue, or overstimulation. Instead of blaming intent, try, "Looks like you knocked the cup over. Let's clean it up together." You're teaching accountability without shame. When mistakes become learning opportunities, your child's brain learns to handle frustration with curiosity instead of fear. 12. Anything said in a verbally abusive or ridiculing tone. This is the most damaging. Phrases that involve yelling, swearing, insulting, or ridiculing, even if done rarely, can injure brain pathways and lead to issues like anxiety, depression, and problems with language processing, according to long-term studies. Instead, try modeling respect. Step away if you need a moment. Never use your words as weapons. Your interactions create their baseline for trust, safety, and self-worth. A warm, positive relationship is the single best environment for healthy brain development. So parents, every phrase we say wires our baby's brain for how they'll think, feel, and connect for the rest of their life. Our words can either trigger fear or grow confidence. And you don't have to be perfect. Awareness alone is enough to change the pattern. Start by noticing one phrase you'd like to replace this week. Maybe it's "stop crying" or "because I said so." Swap it for empathy, and you'll literally change the chemistry in your baby's brain. If this video opened your eyes, give it a thumbs up share it with another parent, and subscribe to The Flourishing Parent for more science-based parenting wisdom. Comment below, which of these phrases do you hear most often, and which one will you stop using today? Thanks for watching, and remember, every word you say shapes the world inside your child's mind.